Hey, Scruffy. You're hiding behind the chair. So I am about a half hour early. So I guess that means you think I'm late, huh? Because I'm not an hour early today, or 45 minutes early today. Okay, well, I'll bring out your food. You're probably waiting. So I have your mini pate with real chicken and tuna. Okay, so I'm gonna walk past you, and let's get the food on the table. And last night he started walking away when I was doing this. Okay, so he's sticking around this time. So I still don't know what that was last night when he started walking away. Okay. Almost like he decided he didn't want dinner. Okay, so I'm still very nervous about scratching. So he's been scratching me most nights of the week for the last week or so. And I don't know why. Last night we got away scratch-free. But I think I stopped petting him early because it looked like he wanted food, and I was also thinking, gee, I should quit while I'm ahead. Oops. But yeah, I've been very nervous about him scratching because I don't know how to disappoint him and convince him that it's not an appropriate thing to do. So when his hissing was really bad, oh, hey, it's a scratch. So he just hit his tail on my leg there. Okay. So he looked up and meowed. So my strategy is basically make him wait and kind of apologize. So when he's, looks like when he's asking for more pets, I want to make it clear to him that I'm not going to pet him if he scratches me. So anyway, yeah, back when he was hissing a lot at me, I tried hissing back a few times. Early on, that actually seemed to work. So he became a little less hissy with me. And then the very last time I did that, he seemed to be traumatized by me hissing. So he acted afraid of me or something for like the next week or two. Hey, he almost scratched again. He didn't make contact that time, but yeah. So yeah, you can't scratch Scruffy. Okay. Well, since he didn't actually scratch that time, I'll go a little sooner. So maybe it should be. So I haven't figured out. Yeah, if my pausing there, should it be proportional to how badly he scratches, or should I just be consistent in the time, or that I wait, or should it be like how many times I make him meow, or how many times he circles around? So I was thinking another way I could escalate is, if he scratches, particularly if he scratches me really badly, I just go back inside, take the food with me, make him wait. But that's a more nuclear option. nuclear option. So I hope it doesn't come to that. So I was saying about the hissing, yeah, so he was traumatized for like a week or two. And I was actually worried I severely damaged his trust when I did that, because he never acted that badly to it before. So I'm petting him really gently, because I'm being cautious. So his back fur doesn't look so great. It looks like he's been grooming still. So the weather, I think, yeah, it's cooler today. So he just bumped his head on my leg there. So I actually didn't check the weather report to see if it still says it's gonna keep getting warmer or not. It's been saying that for like the last 2 weeks now, so I just kind of stopped paying attention. But yeah, today was cooler than yesterday. So we did get kind of that sun peak around right after lunch. So it did feel kind of warm directly in the sun, but unlike the last couple days, it cooled down much quicker. So I actually went for a walk a little early today, just compared to other days. It was really cold this morning, so I got up before sunrise again. So I'm really tired, so I'm just not getting enough sleep. So the last 2 days, I got up before sunrise, not by intent, just when I woke up. So yesterday was a horrible day because I was on the phone for 4 hours on hold most of the time, trying to deal with some paperwork related to my dad that got screwed up. So today was not nearly as bad, but I had some particular things I needed to do, tax related. So basically I'm getting all the end of the year stuff organized, and last minute things I need to do, and planning, and I still don't have a new tax person. I still need to do that, so another thing I'm still behind on. But there were some things that I was already losing the records to, so I wanted to start formally putting the documentation together, so when it's actually time to file the taxes in a few months, that I'll have the information already written out. So I was trying to organize that today. And then I mentioned a while back, saw my dentist, and I need to get something called occlusal composites. So basically my teeth are wearing or decaying or eroding down, particularly in the back molar section, so the divots between the teeth, the gap is widening, which I think makes it more prone for food to get stuck in teeth, which increases the chances of the teeth decaying even faster. So I've been asking around slowly, and haven't had a lot of time to follow up on it, but I finally got some expert advice from people I know, friends and family members, and they all say it's good. I should do it. So I tried calling my dentist yesterday, actually, and I think I called too early, so they weren't in yet. So I left a message, and I thought they'd call me back today or tomorrow, and yeah, they didn't call back. I was a little worried they called me when I was stuck on hold, but I got call waiting, so I didn't hear anything. There was one call that came in, but the other side didn't say anything. So we get a lot of telemarketers, so I'm assuming it was just one of those stupid, they detect somebody picked up and then the computer switches over to a human. Okay, I guess you're ready for food, huh? Let's get your food. Oh wow, you're jumping up on the chair. Should I put the food on the chair? So I don't know what he was doing there. Is he gonna jump up on the chair? Should I confuse him and put the food on the chair from now on? Make him jump up there. So some of you old, longer time viewers remember I was trying to get him up on the chair at one point so I could pet him. Worked once pretty well, and then he threw up right after. So I stopped doing that. I think I made him nervous. Maybe I should resume trying that someday, but I never know with Scruffy. So right now I gotta deal with the scratching problem. Whoops, there's a tangle here. There we go. Okay, I'm done. So let's see. Yeah, so I called early this afternoon, and actually it was after lunch, and yeah, got the answering machine. I'm assuming they were in the office this time, but probably will deal with a patient or something, or maybe they took a late lunch or something, or maybe I just happened to call on a day where they're not in the office. Maybe they don't work every day. I don't know. Yeah, so my previous dentist, he's kind of like family. Yeah, so my parents, yeah, used him, and so that he was the dentist I knew growing up and my entire life basically. And yeah, he's very close to our family, so he's like kind of a family member, and vice versa. So yeah, he retired a few years back from dentistry anyway. So he actually loves being a flight attendant. So he loves flying, loves traveling, seeing the world, and he's a very people-oriented person. And yeah, he got into dentistry because he thought that's what his father wanted, because his father was a dentist and had his own practice, and so he thought it was expected of him to follow in his dad's footstep and inherit the family business and keep it going. But yeah, it turns out he didn't really like dentistry and he didn't want to really do it, at least full time. He wanted to do other things. So he finally told his dad, after some years working with him in the family business, he already got his credentials and was working as a dentist. And his dad's like, I never want you to be a dentist. I just want you to do what you wanted to do. So, so anyway, my dentist, he basically decided at that point he would continue dentistry because he didn't actually, I guess, hate it, but he wanted to do other things. So he became a flight attendant. I think he was with United Airlines for the entire time, and he's still with them, I think. So anyway, he decided to he worked with United. I think it's full time, but basically he works schedules where he works for a whole bunch of months straight, and then he gets like a month or something off, and then he goes back to flying. And so in those months that he has off, he goes back to dentistry, and he basically sees all his patients. As this went on, and his father retired, and he did eventually take over the business entirely, and he decided he would just keep his existing clients, but he wanted to take new clients, so that would fit easily with his flight schedule, since he didn't have to worry about constantly keeping new clients, and then he could slowly wind down his business. And so finally, a few years back, he sold his business to another dentist, and he actually worked, I think, for another year under that dentist. It was kind of a transition period, I think, for his patients, including me. And then he finally decided to fully retire from dentistry, though he's still flying, I believe. Though I don't know how it's going with the pandemic. So I did ask him through email, finally, what his opinion of the composite work was, and he said, yeah, should do it. So anyway, I called, and I didn't feel like leaving in a second message since I already left the first one yesterday, so I just hung up, and I'll probably try calling him again. So I forgot to talk about coming out to give Scruffy's water. So once again, he was kind of behind the corner, and then he kind of popped his head out. Actually, no, I take that back. He was behind a table. I didn't see him. I was looking around for him. Didn't see him, and I started walking in, assuming he wasn't out here, and then I finally noticed he was right at the edge of the table. So he guess heard me and decided he'd peek his head out, and he wanted his water. So this time he didn't seem quite as afraid of me. He got a little closer before I was all the way in. And actually I didn't go in all the way at first, so I stayed here next to the door, watched him drink. But I wanted to go for my walk, so I didn't want to be out here forever. Actually, I have still a bunch of things I got to do tonight. I'm really tired, so try to finish it up early and go to sleep early. But I basically just watched him drink water. So I guess it's progress that, yeah, he's less defensive now that I'm coming out here. At least at lunchtime. Yeah, we'll see what happens when I come out the garden next time. I think I'm going to have to give the garden a once-over pretty soon. I actually did, no, I didn't do the whole thing. I did a few plants in the front, particularly the weak maples. Okay, folks, that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.